Today, I'm taking these pieces of wood and turning them into 100 wooden toys in just 24 hours, and I'm gonna give it all away. Check it out. So to get started, I kind of want a confidence boost, so I'm gonna start with the train design first, and I'm gonna make as many as I can. I think I'm gonna make up to 15 of these because I honestly think they're one of the coolest designs and the easiest, so it's gonna be a really good one to start off with. As I start making these toys, I figured it'd be helpful to tell you how I'm making each one by hand. I'll break this out throughout the video, but the starting point is here at the bandsaw. I'm going to use this to cut each piece of rough lumber down to the rough shape of each toy. Now you might be asking, why are we doing this and why only 24 hours? Well, this is Timmy, and unfortunately, Timmy's not going to be getting any presents this year for Christmas. That is, unless we're able to complete this challenge and get these toys to him. And yeah, while Timmy might be a fictional character, the truth is that up to 22% of kids in the USA alone won't be fortunate enough to be getting presents this year for Christmas. So we wanted to show that anybody can help put a smile on a kid's face this year by making one, or in this case, 100 toys, no matter how busy they are. And that's where the 24 challenge comes in. And because we know budgets can be tight, we're gonna be using only scrap wood to make all 100 toys. This piece of wood right here is gonna make 5 train cars. So again, scrap wood can go a long way. Now I'm gonna move on to probably the most complex design I have, which is the airplane. I'll see how many of these I can make. This takes up the most amount of wood and definitely the most amount of time, but they're so cool, so we'll see how many we can make. All right, so we're getting way further into this. I've got 11 airplanes cut out. I think I had 18 trains, so close to 30 toys out of 100. I'm about 6 hours in, so math. All right, that means I've been making one toy per 12 minutes, which is underneath the 14-minute timeline, but I'm getting pretty tired. I think the only way I'm gonna be able to do this without falling asleep is to rope in a friend. And since I have no friends here, it's time to turn to my machines. All right, so my first thought is I'm going to use my laser cutter and I'm gonna be making a whole bunch of rocket ships that can be lit with a candle. A tea light candle from the dollar store on the bottom, so it looks like it's flames coming out the bottom and taking off. That should be a lot of fun. Challenge with that, I'm gonna have to spray paint them all, I think, to make them look cute for the kids, and that's fine. It will just add time. We're gonna start with that. We're gonna see if that helps me catch up. If not, we'll have to rope in my other friends, the handy dandy CNC machines, to have it cut out wood for me as I cut out this wood. Here we go. Now, as the laser cutter was doing its magic, I headed back to the shop to keep chunking out more toys by hand. I quickly realized just how much the burden of 100 toys was, but I wasn't going to back down from the goals I had set. Unfortunately, there were some unexpected obstacles, like my bandsaw blade popping off from being too dull, and some other events later throughout the night that we'll get to. Now, after everything was cut down to a rough size, I sanded it all smooth on a belt sander, and then I ran everything through a roundover bit to make it nice and smooth and also help give it a nice finished look. Alright, so it's actually getting pretty late and I'm getting pretty tired. Over here in the corner, I have what is called a Shapeoko CNC machine. All that means is I can program this thing and it can cut out any shape I want it to. So I'm gonna program it so that it can cut out some animal shapes. So I had already sketched animals like this giraffe and this dinosaur digitally. And now the CNC is just cutting out the exact shapes that I had drawn in multiple passes so that the wood doesn't shift or move during the operation. I ended up saving this car design as one of the ones I can cut out later throughout the challenge, since it's definitely the simplest of all the shapes. It's great because I could fit a whole bunch of these cars on one piece of wood by staggering the design, and then I just rinse and repeat the making process. So I'm not gonna lie, during this challenge I've already had 2 coffees, an iced coffee, and a Celsius energy drink to keep me going. I'm gonna get some sleep, I'm gonna come back, and I'll get to be rested and use some of the tools to finish up these toys. We're getting there though, we're getting there. Okay, so it's the next day now. Had a little bit of sleep, and I used the Glowforge to help me catch up. This was one of my original designs that I've actually updated into this one because it's going to be easier to put together, and it kind of looks a lot more like a rocket ship. And it's pretty cool. So it's just 6 pieces really, so really easy to put together. And I'm probably going to paint them just because it looks a little bit scrappy here with the wood burn on it. But check it out. So these are dollar store tea light candles that are part of it. And it's like a flame so that it's, taking off. So it should be a fun toy for kids. Here, check it out real quick. That's a little bit easier to see. You got the flame come out the bottom, so it can be kind of just sitting there. This will help me catch up. I have a whole bunch of them that are cut out on these sheets of wood that just have to be popped out and put together. But I am going to be adding some time because I'm going to paint all of them so they look a lot cooler. I have a whole box of these tea light candles, and each of them have to be painted black. So that's gonna take up some time. I also wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody that was able to donate to JF Party Dragon, the local charity that we teamed up with. So while we're making 100 toys, they're going to actually take all of those donations and buy even more presents to give to kids in need. So we're going to get so many gifts out there, spread as much happiness as we possibly can. So thank you guys. We actually crushed our original goal of $500. We actually raised more than $1,500 at this point, and I'm truly grateful to all of you guys that were able to. So thank you, and let's get back to making these toys. So I've just cleaned up all of the burnt edges because paint does not stick to the burnt edges too well. So it helps a lot when I'm able to do it. Now you can tell it's really dirty, but that's okay. The spray paint's gonna cover it all. I think I'm gonna do 3 different colors because I have the spray paint here on hand, and I have some paint booths I could set up. I think that'll be the easiest way to do this. Did you know that no matter how long you've shaken your spray paint, it's never enough? Here's to the OG shake weight. So took a little nap, feeling way more awake. Thanks to my machines, all of the wood pieces are pretty much cut out. So we've got, elephants. It's a mess, but airplanes and trains and everything on this side over here. So I'm feeling a little bit better because everything's cut out, but not feeling great because now we're at the hardest part as well, which is finishing, which actually probably takes the longest amount of time. We're going to sand everything, we're going to route the edges, and then we're going to apply a finishing stain, as well as any wood glue that's needed to put together things like the plane. So, let's get going here. My hand's cramping and I'm pretty tired of 2 hours of sanding, so I'm gonna take a quick break and do a workout and kind of get refreshed, and then we'll get right back to it. Here we go. Sanding's taking forever. All of my sanders won't reach inside this tight nook, which is gonna add a lot of time to just kind of come through. It's not gonna be perfect, but that'll help a lot, and then you can do that for all of them. Okay. All right, I got about 40 of them that are now, pretty much ready for the last step, which is just gonna be some cutting board oil, which is like a safe finishing. Which is like a safe finish for children and toddlers in case they put it in their mouth. It's food safe and all that good stuff, and it'll help pop out the color. It's definitely one of my favorite, very unique wood grain with the elephant. Love this one. Need to take a break. I'm like way too tired, and the router is terrifying, especially when you start getting tired. That thing can like rip your finger off. So I'm gonna take a break at 40. Got a long way to go. But everything else is cut out, so we're getting there. I'll be back. Okay, I'm more refreshed now. The sun's coming up, which means we're really coming down to the wire here. I think we've only got like 4 hours left. So let's finish sanding the rest of the toys we have here. Then we can route them all, attach them all, and add the oil. We gotta get going. I've got coffee, I've got energy. We're gonna make this deadline. Okay, next we need to assemble this entire box of our candlelight rocket ship. Now that the rockets are all put together and I'm a little bit more awake, I can actually go back to the router and route the edges of the rest of the animals and the rest of the toys to finish them off. All right, we're nearing the end. I'm really excited. Everything is now rounded over and nice and smooth. Now it's time to add the wheels and finish these babies off, and then we're ready to take them and deliver them all. I hope they're gonna like them. Here we go. So we've got a problem. I've miscounted the amount of wheels that we need to get all of this done. So Amazon came to the rescue. They had next day shipping for new wheels, but they didn't have the right size, and I thought that 3/4 inch wheels would be okay. But look, I don't know if I can make this work, man. This might be a big problem. I don't know. We're gonna try and put it on some elephants, and I'm pretty worried. So I have an idea for the smaller wheels. We're gonna try it out real quick. All right, so you probably know where we're going with this. We got the dinosaur. I think that's a success. That's cute. It stands. Kids will be happy. I got you, Timmy. We're gonna keep moving on here. Let's go. Nice. So, got a little bit of a problem. I just counted all of the toys I've been making, and I haven't been keeping track of them at all throughout this entire thing. And I've got 88 toys. So, while I'm attaching all the wheels, I'm gonna rely on my CNC machine to cut out an extra 12 elephants and giraffes, and hope I can get this all still done in time. Wish me luck. And while that's running, I'm gonna come back over here and keep attaching wheels. Really exciting. The CNC just finished with the last elephant, which is also number 100 for the toys, baby. Let's go. So, I know what you're thinking. We're not done yet, and we're not. We're still attaching all of the wheels to the cars, and then we're gonna have to add the cutting board oil to make it a nice smooth finish, and then we'll be and then we'll be done. Okay, so check this out. This is why I love the airplane design so much. With one simple change, you can make it into a helicopter. So in this version, with the propeller in the front, you got the airplane. And I actually leave it so that both of these can turn because, you know, more fun for kids. And then on this version, you add the propeller to the back and you got a helicopter. So just a small change, and then I'll do a few of them in each, and it's just a lot of fun for kids. Let me know if you guys like the airplane design more or the helicopter design more with these two. I'm really curious to find out. Ruby, do you think, which one do you like more, Ruby? Helicopter or airplane? None? I guess he doesn't like either one. So we're running down on time, so I'm roping in my wife, Michelle, to help me do all of the finishes for all of the toys. Let's get working and we'll get these toys to the kids.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new.
All right, guys, we just finished, and just to be sure, exactly 100 toys ready to be donated, every single one of them. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks to everybody. We crushed our goals and raised more than $1,500 in addition to making these toys. So we're gonna make Timmy really happy this Christmas and all of his friends. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and catch you in the next one. Peace.